Hey guys and gals, I did 1, 2, 3, 3, 5. Back doing the second video like I said I was going to do. This is going to be my Black Ops 5 wish list. And with Black Ops 5, I'm hoping it's like Black Ops 3. Because Black Ops 3 is literally one of the best Call of Duties ever made. It's the most well-rounded because you can play boots on the ground or you can do the wall running and advanced movement like that. But it wasn't, hey, I'm shooting a guy, boom, there he goes. Oh, there he goes. Or you're shooting someone, he dodges to the side, and you have to end up taking a loss in your gunfight because of that. Black Ops 5. I don't want the advanced movement. I want it to be like Black Ops 4 was. Boots on the ground, but I want it to be set in the old days. I don't want another Black Ops 1 style because I hate Black Ops 1. It's the most overrated Call of Duty. The hit detection is inconsistent. The maps are trash. The weapons are trash. There's only 3 or 4 viable guns in the entire game, as most Call of Duties. The story is it went on a list years ago of the greatest, one of the great. Well, it was considered the greatest video game ending in gaming history. And as Alpha Omega Sin said, "What? You serious? It's not that good." The actual zombies experience was decent at best. Kino der Toten was the only decent map in that entire game. The weapons felt like trash in zombies. They felt even worse than in Black Ops 2 because in Black Ops 2 you could at least kill stuff with them. And just the game just was not that good. Was it fun for its time? Yeah. But you go back and play it now, it's clunky, the hit detection's bad, the maps are bad. It does not stand up to the test of time. Black Ops 5, I want the era of maybe take it back to World War II. Or maybe have it like set in the 80s and 90s. Like between the 80s to the early 2000s, I want maybe a Desert Storm era for that. I think that'd be kind of cool. Set it in that era. Have actual proper gunfights and just proper weapons for the game itself. Modern Warfare has a good formula. The way the guns perform, I want guns like that, but dial it back just a little bit because in there they're actually Modern Warfare is a very, very clunky game to play. It's very clunky. Like when you rotate your character, if you're rotating right here, your gun will be a half a second behind you coming around because it's so heavy. I don't want that. No one wants realism. I also want it to actually feel like Call of Duty again because the most recent Call of Duties, the last 3 or 4, have not felt like Call of Duty at all. It feels like everything but. That is a Battlefield 5 tried cloning Call of Duty, and the most recent Call of Duties are a clone of Battlefield 4 with the way they play. Battlefield 4 is one of the greatest FPS games ever made. It's perfectly balanced, and the maps are actually pretty decent, even though not all of them are the greatest. There's some pretty darn good maps in there, and the gameplay it's fun to play. You can be getting your behind handed to you, and it's still fun to play. Not with Call of Duty. I want actual handcrafted maps. I don't want safe spaces. I don't want, oh, well, their maps are a little more porous than the other maps and stuff like that, which it's Treyarch. Their maps are usually worse than the other Call of Duty developers, and they're also known for having the worst hit detection in the entire series, so I'm hoping they fix that. I want proper kill streaks this time. 3, 5, 7, 9, 12, 15, 17, 20, 25, and 30. I would like kill streaks like that. I'm really getting sick of having, and especially in the Black Ops series, of the score streaks were okay. I rebought Black Ops 2 the other day for the Xbox One. I went back and started playing it. I got 5 kills, and I'm like, all right, UAV, UAV, UAV. I was 10 points off. I was 10 points off because I didn't get an assist. Get rid of score streaks. Bring back actual kill streaks. And for the love of God, stop making everything cost so much. I should not have to... In Black Ops... I forgot which Call of Duty it was. I think it was either Black Ops 4 or either the new Modern Warfare. It's like 6 kills for a UAV. And they last 15 seconds. It's hard enough to put together a 3-kill streak in that game. I don't understand what was wrong with UAVs back in the day, considering everyone shoots down score streaks in this game, except for the chopper gunner, because the chopper gunner is very overpowered, so is the VTOL. I want there to be actual weapon customization, like in the new Modern Warfare. The gun bench is a cool idea. Really, really cool. Or the gunsmith, whichever one it is the same thing. Very cool idea, very poorly executed because all the attachments punish you. It's as Mark of J said, the higher you go with your attachments, the more it punishes your movement, your aim down sight speed, your recoil, and all that stuff. So it punishes you for getting better with a gun. There's no incentive to use anything aside from a gun with no sight on it and all the quick draw attachments. That's the only incentive. And maybe run a 50 round mag. I don't understand how a red dot sight on a gun that literally weighs as much as this ink pen slows down your aim down sight speed and how it decreases your aim steadiness and all this other stuff. That is what the point of a red dot sight is to allow you to have more stability. This thing, I mean, it weighs nothing. It weighs nothing. I don't understand how it affects your aim down sight speed or pulling your gun up like this. I don't understand it. It's just a lazy mechanic they threw in there to punish people for actually trying to use proper attachments. That's why you'll notice a lot of the pros that play the game, they run around with nothing more than maybe a small red dot sight and a quick draw grip or something like that. Or they just run around with no sight at all because you're punished for using sights and attachments on your weapons. Get rid of that crap. Weapons should not have attachments should not have down sights on your weapons at all. Aside from maybe a big drum mag of 100 rounds or more, that weighs a lot. That does weigh a lot. Bullets are heavy, believe it or not. Bullets are very heavy. That should be the only thing. Another thing is, actually give us proper camos this time. I'm really getting sick of having to do lean kills or mount kills or just some garbage like that. It's not fun to do. It's really not. And the camos in the new Call of Duties and Call of Duties in general have been bad. The best ones were actually in Modern Warfare Remastered whenever they remastered the originals, and in Modern Warfare 2 and in Black Ops 2. That's the best camos that we've ever had. In Black Ops 1, they were trash. A lot of people don't know this either. Back in the World at War days, you were supposed to have gun camos, believe it or not, but they only had so much memory on the game, so they either said you can get gore or you can get gun camos. People chose gore because of the realism of World War II, and just made it more visceral. I want an actual proper good story this time, because that crap that they included with Black Ops 4, it's combat training. I did this video nearly 2 years ago. It's just combat training. That's all it is. Alright, run up to the next flag. Move on up. Shoot him. That's all it was combat training. I want an actual proper story, and don't get me started on how bad the campaign for Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3 were. Black Ops 3 was a wannabe knockoff of X-Files and something else. Because I think it had the guy from Law and Order in it. It was a wannabe X-Files mixed with some kind of paranormal and imagine the frozen forest. Oh, just imagine the frozen forest. That was the whole game. It tried to be psychological. Get a proper wartime story in there. I want something akin to Saving Private Ryan meets Sergeant Patton or whatever, all this stuff. I want all that crap in there. Just make it a good story that actually I want to play. I don't like Disney movies like everyone else does. I'm playing through Kingdom Hearts 3 right now because I got it free on Game Pass. I'm having the time of my life. I'm hooked because I'm smiling the entire way through because I want to play this. I'm going, holy crap. I've only played like 2 Final Fantasy games. Not a fan of them. I just don't like JRPGs. In the Disney movies, I don't hold them to as high of a standard, and I can't be bothered to watch them. I don't like musicals. That made me like it because the story is that engaging and the gameplay is that good. If you can do that for Call of Duty, you've sold everyone. So just do your game justice. I also want there to be proper zombies again. I'm really getting sick of being forced to do an Easter egg to play a map. I was talking with a guy on Twitch the other day. This guy had probably 700-800 viewers in his thing, and I sent him a question, and I said, "What do you think of the new Call of Duties? All of them forcing you to pretty much do the Easter eggs in order to actually survive on your maps, and building a map just for Easter eggs and not survivability. Considering the last Call of Duty that did that was Black Ops 1. That's the last one that did it." And he said, "Well, I can agree with you." He said they're trying to appeal to a larger audience, and the hardcore audience is the people that do Easter eggs like Mr. Dalek JD, Noah J455, or whatever his name is, Mr. Rafa Waffles. Most of those guys, they play the game for a month and then they go away. They get the Easter eggs and they go away. The game is designed for the casuals. The casuals are your majority of your player base. Destiny is slowly learning that right now. The casuals are your player base. That's the majority. Design it so people can actually survive and have fun, and stop forcing boss fights and other enemy types into the maps. Make them optional if you want to. Make it so that a map has two different modes, an Easter egg mode and survival mode. People have been talking about that since Black Ops 2. The last Easter egg I completed was in Black Ops 2, and it was the Mob of the Dead Easter egg. Fantastic. Loved it. It took me and some buddies like 3 hours to do it, because eventually we just got bored doing the Easter egg for a minute, and we just started killing zombies, and we screwed ourselves because we got so high we had to end up hurrying and doing the Easter egg to complete it. Really fun. That's the last Call of Duty I did it in. Also, get rid of gobble gums. It's a pay-to-win mechanic, especially in Black Ops 3. You could buy them as much as you wanted, and they just made the game a little too easy for certain ones, especially like round robin and stuff like that. Also, bring back your proper perks. I don't know why they said... I do know why they said it. They said it made zombies too easy, and Black Ops 4 is the easiest zombies in this series. You can put on bots with your character and go to town. That's all you have. And you literally just do whatever you want to do with those bots. I stood on Mob of the Dead, and for probably a good 45 minutes, I put my controller down, went and ate food, came back and was just watching them play. I sat in the corner next to the warden's office, but next to the Vapor. I think it's what it's called. Or the Vapor, excuse me. And just sat there, and they were just lighting everything up. I'd occasionally move my thumbstick forward, grab a power up, and back up. I just stood there. So they moved the perks to make it a little easier, and they said they also wanted more variety. You wanted more variety in the old Call of Duties because you had like 15 plus perks. In the new one, you have like 6 that are actually viable, and the other ones are utter garbage. No one uses them. The main ones I used were increased my ammo carrying capacity and the knockoff version of Deadshot Daiquiri. That's all that I pretty much used. Everything else was useless. Bring back proper perks, and also, as I said again, I'm going to reiterate, get rid of the boss zombies. Nobody likes them. They screw with the map. Like Night of the Dead or something like that. I did a video on it where I was just basically saying you had everything from werewolves, vampires, you had zombies you had to worry about. You had these little flying bat creature things. It made the map too tedious to play. The best one was, honestly, I believe it was Ancient Evil. It's been a while since I played this one too. It was the one that took place in the underground area. It was based off, it's in ancient Greece, and it was you had Pegasus flying around, and it also had that song, the zombie song Stormbound. One of the best zombie songs ever, one of the best songs ever made for any game. It's so good. It's really, really good. Make stuff like that. Bring back the nostalgic factor, and I guarantee you'll capture your audience again. Just actually listen to your community for once and stop doing what you think is best, because you don't know what's best. That's what killed your whole series off, is by not listening what your community thinks is best. Destiny is doing that right now, and their game is coming back stronger than ever. Call of Duty, you listen to pro players who sit around with a thumb up their butt all day long, grinding scrims. You listen to the less than 0.00000000001% of people. There are just a few hundred people that play at the pro level, if that. There are tens of millions of people that buy your game every year. Listen to us. We actually know what we want. Or make a separate rule set that's just for them. It's possible to do. Weapons can perform differently in-game and perform differently, period. But they say that it can't. If you've ever played Modern Warfare 2 or just any of the other Call of Duties in general, the biggest example is Modern Warfare 2. In the campaign, the M4 fires slower, it does more damage, the SCAR fires slower, it's more accurate. The UMP, every gun fires slower and is more accurate and does more damage. I get it, it's a campaign. Certain guns fire, like the Vector, fire way faster than in the actual multiplayer. They do less damage. So you can separate the two sandboxes, as Destiny would say, for that game mode and for the game in general. You could do it. You can make a separate rule set, or just like the competitive. Someone fell up there. Sorry about that. We're on the second floor, guys. Sorry about that. You can swap out certain rule sets, and you can do a ban system. Like there's certain game modes and certain playlists and stuff like that that ban certain things from being equipped. You can do it. You can change the stats on stuff. It's been proven you can do it. So why don't you do it? And I'm going to say it a final time. Listen to your casual player base. We're the majority. We pay for the freaking game. So how about you actually listen to the people that put money in your pocket? Okay? How many more microtransactions do we have to buy? And that's another thing, too, I was going to say about that. New Call of Duty, it got rid of them. I've actually bought 2 season passes. I had to get a refund on one of them because I was supposed to get over 20 levels. It gave me 2. It gave me 2 levels on it. So I ended up having to get refunded on it. 2 days later, my levels popped up. So I don't know what to do about that situation. Another thing, for the love of God, please bug test, QA test, do whatever you want, and stop getting YouTubers out there to do it. I'm getting sick of Drifter and Chaos Silencer and other guys like that. Stop getting YouTubers. Bring a casual in, and I swear to God, half of you devs don't even play your own game. You don't. It shows. I was watching the people who made Doom Eternal play their game the other day. They were playing on master difficulty on the hardest, master mission on the hardest difficulty, playing it like an expert. And they were laughing, having a good time. They said, hey, I used to struggle here, then I figured out this is how you have to properly play this, and they were using their movement and actually playing it. Never seen a COD dev play. The last time I saw one play was, I know they do their gameplay for their own trailers, was when David Vonderhaar did that Black Ops 2 trailer years ago, and he got the quad feed kill on the bridge on Turbine. And he considers that to be the greatest Call of Duty kill in history. You were playing bots. You don't play your own game. Actually play your own game for once. And balance and probably test. There is a glitch right now. This is the 5th time. Because I followed Dexerto, if I remember the name correctly for him. Or Dextro or something like that. For Call of Duty news. That's like the 5th time that you guys have had an XP glitch that makes it so that people don't get XP. And that glitch popped up again after you remove the giant infected mode that was granting too much XP. You get nothing for being level 150. Nothing at all. Nothing. So you remove it and say it's a problem. How about you bring back the prestige? That's another thing. Please bring back the prestige system. The last Call of Duty I prestiged in was World War II, and that's because it was actually kind of fun to do it in that. The last Call of Duty I went to 10th prestige in was Call of Duty Ghosts, and that took me like 3.5 months. And after that, I still played the game for a full 1.5 years after that because I got good. Bring back that actual wow factor, and as I keep saying, it will reinvigorate your player base. Call of Duty's dying off, and I swear to God, if I hear one more time that it's the best-selling game of December, it's Christmas time, it's the new Call of Duty, people are going to buy it regardless. Parents are stupid. I'm just going to say it. Parents are stupid when it comes to buying games. Because they just buy whatever they think's cool or whatever the GameStop employee shoves down their throat. I witnessed it the other day. I was in there. This lady was trying to decide between a brand new version of Resident Evil 7 or some used game that was like $3. The guy said, oh, get him Resident Evil 7. He'll love it. And she said, are you sure this is appropriate for him? He's like 12. Oh, yeah, he's going to love it. He was recommending it just because it costs more. That's it. And the other game was, actually, I think it was one of the older Assassin's Creeds. And I'm like, get him Assassin's Creed. He'll actually like that. And I told the guy, I'm kind of buddy with him because I've been going in there so long. I told him, I said, dude, really? He said, yeah. He said, it's a good game. I said, you just recommended that game for a 12-year-old. It's one of the most violent games ever, and that game is definitely not appropriate. He said, well, you got to get a sale. Parents are stupid when it comes to that. So your game's going to sell regardless. Call of Duty now sells on name alone. It doesn't have the wow factor, and I know this turned into a rant because that's how I wanted it to be. I'm very passionate about the series. I want the games to be good again. I played the Modern Warfare for not even a week before I set it back down and picked Destiny 2 back up. It's just not fun to play. It's not. It appeals to the 0.0000000000001% of tryhards, and it's not fun to play. I want to enjoy Call of Duty again. I want Black Ops 5, if that's even what it's going to be, to actually be good and worth my time and actually worth the download. Still don't get how that game is over 100 gigs and how you guys managed to push out 30 and 40 gig patches that changes 2 weapons, and that's it. How? How does that even happen? It's almost as if, like I said, you don't play your own game. And also, with your patches, actually stop lying in the patch notes. Exclusive Ace, Drifter, and a few other people called you out on that. You guys lie in your patch notes so much because you're scared to death of what we're going to say if we see something in there. Be honest with the community. Or like how the Destiny community said, because they've been doing really good lately. Hey guys, we know we screwed up. We're sorry. Hey, this is our plan. This is what we're going to do. We're doing this because we haven't been communicating yet again. We're super sorry about this. We can do better. We will be better. And the game is thriving because of it. Call of Duty developers, Ashton Williams can't be bothered to actually speak out on Twitter because she's too busy playing with her pets. Joe Cesot, whatever it is he's just jerking off and playing World of Tanks and just doing everything but play your own game and actually talk to people. She has thousands of people banned. Which then again, that's what happens when you have an SJW that is your community lead. So anyways, guys, that's my list for Black Ops 4. I'm hoping the game is good. I want it to be good, and if it is, I guarantee you it will sell on that merit alone for being so good. You don't have to worry about the Call of Duty name. People will play it. People will love it. And the Call of Duty series will be reinvigorated again because a lot of people are looking for a resurgence for the Call of Duty because a lot of people grew up on this. A lot of people are growing out of it because it's just they're getting older and it's just not that wow or fun factor anymore. I don't feel the need to get on and play with buddies anymore. So hoping it's good. I want a proper game. That's about it. Thanks for everything, guys. Sorry the video ran a little long, but I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy watching it anyway. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and as always, I'll see y'all later.